What's going on, guys? So welcome to May's episode of Game of the Month, the show where we pick a game at random every month, and at the end of the month, we talk about it. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
Quick reminders that we're moving into a new month, so make sure to download and play Call of Duty World War II and Star Wars Battlefront 2, both offer for free on PlayStation Plus. Make sure to download those, play those, come back at the end of the month for Plus Club. Let us know what we thought of those games. We'll let you know what we thought of them. And we just did Plus Club for May, so make sure to check that out. That was the last episode that just came out. We covered Cities, Skylines, and I don't know why that fucking title is so hard for me to say. I'm like, is it cities? And Farming Simulator 19, we talked about that, and we actually had some pretty interesting things to say about that. Hopefully you did too, so check that out. And yeah, our game of the month was Pagan Online. We're going to talk about that today. But with that, we should probably figure out what our game of the month for June is, and that is up to Chris. It is his pick. We all get a pick this year. And this is Chris' pick for June pick. So, Chris, I'm going to give the floor to you. You can do this however you want.
Usually I pick games that are like cheap or free because I know budgets are tight, but this time I did not. I picked a more expensive, standard priced game. But I picked a game that I think we could all play together. So I really, really want to play Divinity Original Sin 2.
Oh,
Interesting.
good pick.
Cool. That's on our list anyway, so that might come up again later, but that's cool. And you already have that?
I got it. It was on sale like a couple weeks ago for like $20.
Very cool. All right. Well, Divinity Original Sin 2 will be our game of the month. I'm very open to that. Specifically because we have 2 FPSs to play this month that I could do with like a deeper experience. So cool. Yeah. What do you think about that, Sherry?
I mean, it's a pleasant surprise, and I've been meaning to. The only experience I have with Divinity is the little bit I played the first one with you,
which was really cool. I've played Divinity Original Sin 2 probably for like 8 hours maybe, and barely scratched the surface.
Yeah.
I started playing, I was like, oh, fuck, this is a deep game. So, how much co-op is that? How many people?
I think 4.
4? Cool. So we should definitely start a game together.
Probably earlier than later, too.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So we all make our characters and play. That'd be awesome. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
pick, Chris. Divinity Original. Sorry, I'm putting this in my list right now because this is news to me as well, guys.
I also have to see if I own it real quick.
Oh, yeah. Although we could probably play it on the same computer, too. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But yeah, look forward to that. We'll be talking about that all next month. That was quick. I thought there was going to be like a lot of buildup. Like, okay, I had like 8 games in mind, and this was the
I've been
system
so
I went
excited.
down.
I've had this ready where I was like, oh yeah, it's my turn to pick. I was like, this game, ready to go.
That's cool. I thought you were going to, for a split second, they're going to pick Overwatch. I was like, you son of a bitch. That's a game everyone can play. It is true.
I don't own it, so I'll have to buy it.
You'll have to buy it. Maybe it's on sale. I look forward to playing that. So, also make sure to type in hashtag AskTLG if you want your comment to be considered to be on TastyCast. We do a segment on every TastyCast where we read you guys' comments. We answer questions. We just bring it up, what you say, into a conversation. Sometimes lasts like 40 minutes. And if you want that to happen, for sure, otherwise you pick at random, make sure to type in hashtag AskTLG in your comment anywhere, and I will see it. I will see it, and I will most likely pick it. We have Discord link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all the time. And we're on iTunes, Spotify, and the podcast platforms. If you prefer to listen to us, we had 3 or 4 links that had issues.
Thank you, Anchor.
They are all, Anchor got bought by Spotify. And in the time that happened, which I think was like fucking 6 years ago, before this channel ever existed, it did something to the links, and we had errors on a lot of them. Someone on Reddit brought it up, and then someone on Reddit brought it up again this month, and we fixed that. Thank you, Chevy, for going through and doing that. And so if you were having problems with those links, they're fixed now. So
Also,
check them out.
To add on to that, if there is ever an issue with any of the links, you can click on the Anchor link individually, and it will bring a website up that has the links to all the platforms as well. So,
Yeah, because we upload through Anchor. Anchor distributes it to everyone for us. We don't do it. So, because I'm lazy, and that's very convenient.
They do it for free.
Yeah.
And most of the other ways are not free.
When Anchor came out, I was like, holy shit, this is a fucking revelation.
Yeah.
This is insane. This is what I wanted. And then recently, I swear I'm not doing an ad for them. But fucking, they also made it so you could just take a video and throw it on there, and it'll take the audio off of it. I had to export a separate audio for all those uploads. So very, very convenient. If you think about starting a podcast, check out websites.
You're welcome for the free advertisement.
Yeah. I mean, it's we use it.
It's a good service.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit up Anchor and be like, hey, dude, I just did a fucking advertisement for you. Is there something you could do for me?
Well, they already give you a free podcast. So.
Well, they gave me free access to upload my podcast.
Yes.
They didn't give me the podcast. It's fucking my podcast, asshole. Yeah. So in May, we played briefly, I feel like, Pagan Online. Although I was looking at you guys' times, Chris put like 9 hours into the game. So
Yeah, and I
played it.
I sat with him and played the entire first chapter. So
really? Nice. I was looking at my time too, and I was like, oh yeah, that was before they changed the game. So I played like the original game, and then I played the newer game. So, but yeah, if you did not get a chance to play Pagan Online is a isometric, top-down ARPG, but also kind of an actiony, arcadey feeling, MOBA feeling RPG, where you start at a hub. You're able to get your friends to hop in with you. You go on specific missions. They take like 5 minutes to beat. Once you beat them, you leave. You sell your items, buy new items, craft stuff, spend your ability points. There's so much more ability points than there was when I first played. Still not that much either, but it's an improvement. And yeah, you go back on mission. So it's a hub-based cooperative RPG. But when I say it's like Diablo, it's not exactly like Diablo. It's different feeling. So we all played it, and since I've played this game more than you guys, I'm dying to know what you guys think of it first. What were you guys' impressions? Let's start with Chevy.
See, I probably played the least. So it's probably the best place to start. So I've played this game even before this, and it's been really interesting watching this game change. Because the first time I watched you play it, and you had to unlock characters by collecting their shards, and then you spend the shards to unlock characters. And then when I finally picked it up and then tried it the first time, they had changed that system to a token system that you just buy a character with the tokens.
Much more simplified, but still you have to earn it. But
yeah, and then the shards got turned into cosmetic purchases, and then they had started adding skill trees at that point, but they were really like shallow, like super shallow. And then this month, playing it, I noticed they have full skill trees now, and I was like, thank you. Like that was such a weird thing about this game. I was like, you leveled, but there was like almost no reason for it, and now you have a reason.
It was mostly loot based. Yeah,
and now there's some more depth to it, which I appreciate. I also and it may have existed before, but I didn't play a lot before. Having multiple game modes also allows for more depth of play, which I appreciate. I still feel like this game isn't completed. There's some.
I get that feeling too when I play it.
Yeah.
When I originally played it, and we're talking about this month, of course, but when I first played it, it definitely wasn't done.
No,
and in fact, it wasn't even not done. They didn't know what they were doing specifically yet.
I feel like they're still there.
Yeah, because playing it again, they're going in a good direction, but I still feel like they don't quite know what they want this game to be, which is interesting.
It is interesting, and I completely agree with that. In fact, when we were playing this month, the whole time I was like, I can play this. I'm enjoying myself, but I'm not thinking about when I'm not playing it.
No hook.
No pull, so I'm like, something's missing, and I can't put my finger on it.
That's so funny, and I'm not even trying to jump in all the way either, but every time I play this game, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
When I'm not playing it, I'm not thinking about it.
Exactly.
But then when I do sit down, like I sat down and I had to get footage you guys were seeing right here, and I was enjoying myself. I didn't want to stop playing. I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. I love this game. Like it's fun to play or whatever. Gameplay wise. But then like, I guess I don't love it that much because when I stop playing it, I don't think about it at all.
Yeah. And it's kind of a weird place for it to be.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that in the main hub as well, that you don't have to walk to everything. Chris was nice enough to explain that to me because I was just running from NPC to NPC, and you could just.
And that's something they changed too, because when I first played, and it's not even that big a deal. I'm used to that. I just like would run around, talk to everybody, and then later you just click the menus and it zooms in. I'm like, this game is really just like
trying to get you in and out,
streamlining like the experience of like get in, get out. You can play for 5 minutes and leave.
Yeah, and I think there's a place for that in this genre anyways, because a lot of times when you play a game like this, to give examples of like your Diablo 3, Wolcen, or anything in the genre. Usually you sit down and it takes longer than that to explore a map, let alone find your quest objective, unless you're just speedrunning.
Well, because you're going like to every nook and cranny on the map, trying to uncover the whole thing, find every fucking treasure chest. And in this, it's like
it's more linear.
It's more linear. It's also more gamey in the sense that every time you start a mission, it's like there's a chest. If you get to it fast enough, you'll be able to open it.
Yeah.
If you don't make it in time, and it's kind of like reminds me of some roguelikes in that sense.
Yeah.
It's not like a roguelike, but those chests remind me of roguelikes.
No, and it does seem like the one thing they do have, like what am I looking for? An idea of what they want out of it is accessibility of just getting in and playing a game real quick, and I like that. Just in the aspect of you don't always have time to sit down for like an hour to play a game. Sometimes you're just trying to do something real quick while, maybe you're waiting for someone to get dressed so you can leave or something. You can still play a game. So,
yeah.
So I like that about it. It has a decent cast of characters that are all very unique feeling, that you can test out before you buy them, which is also very MOBA feeling in that regard.
Yeah.
And I like that as well. It gives me an opportunity to go, do I really want to spend my token on this character? I've played 3 of the characters now. I've played the, oh my God, I can't remember his name now. It's like the main like melee character that you get in the beginning, not the sword and board, but the other person.
I don't remember his name, but
anyways, played that a little bit, and then I switched. I got it's almost like this floating priest like looking person, except for their whole shtick is like fire and lightning magic, and all their moves change depending on which spell you use, fire or lightning. So they've been probably the most fun to play because you have to think and you have choices when you're playing them a lot. And then I've also played the musket guy with the rat turrets, and he was just fun because it's mindless. You can just sit there and just kill, which I liked. I also liked that survivability wise, he seemed really squishy, but I also felt like I was killing things really fast. So like he's definitely like the glass cannon style character.
Ooh, yeah, that changes.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
let's say I'm playing him now, and I'm not doing the damage I would like to be doing. But as you unlock tools of his, you're doing a lot of run and gun, dropping shit here, dropping shit there, igniting this, and like doing this, doing that. There's a lot of tools that you have to use for him to be effective.
Gotcha. Yeah.
A lot of his stuff does slowing, so he's really good about crowds.
Gotcha. I did see that in the skill trees that most of the characters, or if not all of them, their moves have either like a damage tree, a status effect tree, and a range tree, it seemed like. Or size if it's an AoE move, for example. Because even like the lightning and fire person, their lightning move, if you went down the status tree, would apply slow as well. Kind of reminded me very tower defense-y in that regard, the way that person plays. But other than that, I mean, the biggest, I guess, complaint I have is that first off, I don't really care about the story.
I don't even know what the story is.
And it's definitely trying to give it to you the whole time you're playing.
There's a lot of story,
Yeah.
and for some reason, I just don't pay attention to it.
And I don't either. It's just not... I guess it's not told in a way that I enjoy it. So
It's weird because there definitely is a story.
oh yeah,
They tell you a lot of
there's
lore.
cutscenes. Yeah,
Yeah, it's weird because like I like the way the game looks. I like the worlds. I like the character design. I think the voice acting's decent. But every time he starts talking, I'm like, okay, let's go.
yeah.
Like I'm not,
I think-
like it might have a good story. I have no idea.
Maybe if it's
I just
into
for
the
some
pace
reason
of
I
the
can't pay
gameplay,
attention to it. Yeah, maybe I don't know.
because the game's like trying to get you in and out so quick.
Well, the
but then
game
it's-
is like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Get in town, fucking sell your shit, be done with it, get going, and then story happens, and you're sitting there for like fucking 10 minutes. And you're just
Yeah.
like, wait, this is kind of off. So it's weird. I think it'd almost do better if they did like full on just like cutscenes, and there is cutscenes in the game, but like to tell all of the story right before a mission, have like a cutscene happen,
Or
and
just
then
do it while
like,
you're killing things.
yeah, there's a lot of times where it just stops everything.
Yeah.
And just because it does sometimes tell the story as you're playing.
Yeah.
But which I kind of hate 'cause it's just in my way. But but a lot of times they'll just like pause the whole game and you just gotta sit there and you gotta click every single time someone's finished talking, and like I don't know why in this game. I mean, we pretty much solved it, but like it's just weird that it feels so in the way
Yeah.
in this game. It's nothing to complain about. It's just for some reason the pacing doesn't match the storytelling.
Yeah. And I just don't feel inclined to follow the story.
Because I mean, we all fucking complain that Destiny just didn't tell you its story. You had to go to a website to find out.
Yeah.
And then fucking this does have a story, and I'm like, get that out of here.
Yeah.
Get that shit out of my face. You don't want the story? Nah, I just want to kill things.
One, it's obviously not a genre problem because, like, I'm pretty sure all three of us paid attention when Wolfson's story was going through. So
I actually really liked Wilson's story.
So yeah, I mean, it's obviously there's something there. This is going to be a common thing for me with this game. There's something not quite right there for some reason. So, and I guess it sounds like I'm kind of
Not really. You've been fair.
yeah. I don't know. I overall I enjoy myself. It's a fun game, and especially multiplayer. It works really great. It has come a long way from.
Did it work well for you?
Yeah.
Multiplayer wise?
Yeah.
Me and Josh played 2 different times, and it seemed like there was a slight latency that was happening.
He was having issues. I wasn't.
Yeah, and maybe Josh wasn't, but like when we were playing, it didn't seem as reactive as when I'm playing single player.
Huh.
It seemed kind of like not quite floaty, but like out fire, and it seemed like the damage was a millisecond off.
Gotcha.
Or like I just wasn't getting the feedback I needed for a game where you're dodging and running around shooting and shit.
Huh.
And then Josh would be off doing this, and they'd be over here. Like it just didn't seem like it didn't seem like we're really playing together. It seemed like we're playing just our own game independently, which is the gameplay. That's not the latency I'm talking about here. On top of this weird like millisecond latency that was just like not satisfying.
Yeah, I didn't really run into
That's
that.
something that can be fixed, but it does go into my.
I know he did
My
say a
thoughts.
couple times, thinking back, and you just said it just now even, but you did complain a little bit of that when we were playing. I also, and obviously that's something they could fix, like you said as well.
Yeah.
One thing I do like when you join in the game, though, if your friends are on, you automatically are in their public hub.
Yeah, it was weird when I hopped in there. Josh was just there. I was like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, it just knows, which is
Yeah.
great.
It's real easy to invite him.
Yeah. Other than that, you could tell they're still working on it. Because there's no item shop to buy from. You can sell to them, but there's nothing to buy.
Yeah.
It says coming soon. So the
Yeah.
game is still in progress.
Yeah, I feel like when I originally played, you could buy stuff out of there because I remember buying stuff in that game.
They probably changed their mind on something and are switching it now.
Yeah. Yeah, the game's kind of it's not in flux. They got a lot of fundamental things there that do make the game feel like the game. And there's an idea there of they're trying to make this bite-sized RPG that you can hop in, hop out, and really kind of work on skill building. Like the game, I keep bringing up that it's like a MOBA because specifically in the original version, but even now it still feels like it. You pick a character, and like in Diablo, you pick a character, and they're going to have certain types of moves. Like they're going to have magic. They're going to be using, like more rogue type moves. But you still have like a whole skill tree and things you can swap in and out to make your own build skill wise. Whereas in this, you have your skills. You have to unlock the skills that you will get with that character, and once they're all unlocked, that's your character. And then you unlock upgrades to those skills that just across the board all just exist. So you're just building your character up, and you really have to learn your character and get good with them. The same as in a MOBA, you have your character. That's who you're playing. You need to learn how they play and play your role. And in this, it feels the same. Just the big. And if it was only that, I'd admire that the game looks decent. I think it's one of the best looking RPGs out there graphically. Honestly, it's a really clean looking game, and the blur effects stuff look really good, and the animation's really good. But it has loot, and that is one of the elements I need in an RPG. I need if I don't have skill trees, which is weird to not have, and it does technically have them, but you're just kind of fulfilling your character.
I don't know if you get a maximum amount of points though, because you do modify your moves. You are stuck with certain moves, like you said. But then they each have like two or three trees.
I don't know if you I don't know if you complete it or if you're able to fill out the whole thing. I haven't beaten the game, but there still isn't that much to unlock.
No. But I mean, it's funny saying that because when it first came out, it was only the skills.
No, it was all no. It was the skills, and each skill had about 3 upgrades apiece.
I don't even remember that.
I do, and I bought it before you played it.
Yeah,
but yeah, you had all the skills, and then they all were just kind of like this, and then they had like 3 upgrades, and they're pretty much damage. So you just were increasing the power of each one. And there's a couple of them that had like some things added to it, but it's very simplistic. That's why my original thought on like, oh, it's like a MOBA. But now like, there's a lot more to it, but not a lot, specifically compared to any other ARPG that exists. It's very minimalized. But like I said, it very much seems like you pick a character. And you kind of struggled finding a character that you enjoyed. You sound like you've seemed to have found some that are better than others. I felt the same. I have the bear guy who's interesting. I need to play them more to kind of just get into him, I guess. But then the gunner guy I like a lot, and I've test drove all of them, and some of them aren't quite for me. Some of them are, but once you find one you like. It seems like the game really wants you to get good with their skills, because this game is very much fight a bunch of enemies, go to the next section, fight a bunch of enemies, which reminds me almost like Streets of Rage. Like a brawler almost.
I can see that.
Which is interesting. And the only reason I am fucking bring that up is because I played Streets of Rage 4 recently. And when I was playing, I was like, this is what Pagan Online kind of is like. That's weird. Also, Streets of Rage 4 is not too bad. Although the graphics are great, but the art style is so different. It's weird. Anyway, and then you end up fighting a boss, and that's probably my favorite part of the missions is the boss fight. Some of them are kind of lame, but some of them are actually like challenging. And you have a limited amount of health potions, so you can run out of health.
It also has challenges. Which will help you level. So like if you do you get into an arena and you fight a bunch of people and you don't use any potions, it'll be like challenge completed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so that's why I kind of say it's more gamey and like arcadey feeling, in the sense that like it does almost feel like a brawler too. Like, but you're just going in and there's more skill involved in the later game than like in most RPGs, where your character gets so powerful that either you're mowing through people or you insta-died. And in this, there's a lot of like, a lot of tells all over the ground, a lot of enemies, a lot of like bullet hell type stuff happening, and you're like dodging and rolling and using your skills. And if you're playing with people, all the characters are very different.
Yeah.
So it does not feel like other ARPGs, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But was that going into my impressions?
You were.
Okay, so played the prior game. I think the game now, as it stands, is a better game. I do kind of admire the old system of that you had to earn the characters independently. It was a fucking grind. Anyone who's played the game would know one of the first people you easily unlock is that fucking wizard dude you're talking about. He was one of the first people I unlocked when I was playing the original version. That's when I played him quite a bit. And I liked him a lot more than the guy I had prior. And that system was really cool. But when I did that, I was like, dude, this game better be fucking fun, because I'm not going to want to sit and grind out all these dudes if it's not that great.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, they said the token system. I was like, I admire the other one better, but I like this better because it gives me choice. Yeah. I get to just earn the token, buy who I want. So it still is kind of keeping you back from the characters, but then you get to pick which ones you want. So it's still, I found a middle ground that I like. Other than that, though, the game does feel the same outside of now it has multiplayer. When I played originally, it didn't have multiplayer. The multiplayer works fine enough. You didn't have an issue. I had some issues. I hope they fix that. Mostly seems like networking issues. And things that I like about this game, I think graphically it's really good looking, really good graphics, really good effects. I got lag in the game when I was playing. I shouldn't have, because I play way crazy looking games than this at max graphics. But it was there's this part where there's like these little snake dudes and they're shooting fucking ice in every direction. There's like 5 of them, and all the icicles in every direction made the game go. And I was like, man. So I prioritized killing them quickly because of lag, not because they were a threat. I was like, we got to stop this. I'm not trying to play this game in slow-mo. But yeah, I think it's a really good looking game. Also, not even graphically, but just design-wise. I think it has an identity in its colorization and character design maybe, but the rest of it doesn't look generic because it doesn't look like everything else, but it doesn't have anything defining about it that I go, well, it's Pagan Online, except for I've played it so I can recognize it. But like I don't know, if you were like a passerby and you noticed it and then saw it a second time, you would have forgot it. So maybe it needs something there, but I still think it looks really good. And I do think the characters are all really neat. I think they're all interesting designs.
I hate almost every cosmetic I've seen in the game, though.
Yeah. I don't remember hating them, but I saw some that are pretty meh. But yeah, some of the characters come off, like you'd expect, like the bear dude. He's just a dude in a green little fucking tunic hanging out with a bear. Pretty basic shit. Not complaining, but there ain't much to him. But it looks good. But then, the gunner guy I think is a cool design. I like that his turrets are manned by rats and that he just runs around with fucking
Little victory wiggle.
He has like a fucking the Rocketeer helmet and shit on. He's an interesting looking character, and some of the characters I think are cool looking. The other ones are there's one chick in the game that almost looks like she's out of Darksiders, which is like I think Darksiders is
that the whip?
I think so.
Yeah.
Darksiders I think is one of the most generic looking third person action games out there, regardless of if it's good or not. If you like it or not, I think it looks almost like WoW. It's weird.
I get Blizzard-esque vibes from Pagan in their design philosophy. So,
Really?
in the character designs, yeah, because they all have that kind of like that, like bubbly, like cartoony look to them. So,
Yeah. They do look cartoony. I don't know if I'd say Blizzard, but just because like Blizzard is so obsessed with like big armor and shit. They have like a character.
they don't
like
have
that.
the huge shoulders.
Yeah.
So, I'll give them that.
Combat I like. It feels like something's missing from it, but
Like two joysticks.
it does feel almost like a
It's a
console
twin
game.
stick shooter, man. It's what it feels like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is designed like that just because you're using the mouse,
Yeah.
so it's the same as that. But I don't know if that would fix what feels like it's missing. It almost feels like there's no impact to the hits in the game, and I'd like more feedback when you're shooting
I
or
agree with
slicing
that.
people or whatever. It feels kind of hollow, and that's not even a Pagan Online thing. That's a lot of games do that, and some games do it really good too.
I've actually there's people who don't quite enjoy like platinum games, for example, because a lot of their stuff doesn't feel very impactful combat wise. So
When I get that, and like the exact opposite, even though it's not the same genre, is like DOA 6.
oh no, yeah.
Every time you hit a person, they're fucking moving, and
There's
then when
some
you hit them
feedback.
hard, they go flying and slam into walls and
Yeah.
shit, and you just feel powerful. And
Yeah.
in this, I'm just kind of shooting, but the enemies are still running at me, and they're just taking damage, and I don't feel like I'm hitting them with bullets.
Right.
So, and when you're slicing people, they're still just kind of hitting you back while you're hitting them. There's no stunning or whatever, unless there's a move that actually stuns them. But like the characters don't look like they're being hit very much. So like, there's something about the combat that feels not floaty, but just kind of not impactful. I don't know. This whole game is like just a move
just
away
not-
from being really good.
It's just not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not even like, and it is unfinished, but like it feels like a complete game. It just feels like there's just some things that they just got to fine tune and like add a couple things to make it awesome. Because every time every time I play it, I enjoy it. But there's nothing in it that like, I got to keep fucking playing. Even in the moment, I'm not like, I got to keep fucking playing. I'm just like, yeah, I'm having fun. This is fun.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten any like awesome loot, and I get legendaries and stuff every once in a while. At least I get oranges pretty often.
I think the game kind of suffers the same thing that Torchlight 2 does, where I never feel like you don't really, there's never like a big jump in loot, so you're never like, yes, because it's just constantly throwing it at you. So,
Yeah.
not the same level, but
Yeah, I'll say I like Torchlight 2 better than this game, but
What did you?
But the loot gain is so often that you don't get to save or anything.
Yeah.
But also, I never noticed a big difference in what my weapon or anything is doing.
For sure.
So I appreciate that my character's getting better, but outside of that, it doesn't change the gameplay, or at least change the way I look at my character in combat or whatever. So, but yeah, I do, and you kind of said that there's room for this. I agree 100%. I do like the nature of this game allowing you to be able to hop in, play, and leave. Hop in, play like 3 missions, get the fuck out. You have a reasonable estimate every time you play this game of like, someone's like, okay, we're gonna leave in an hour. You can be like, oh, I can get like 3 missions in easily because they're about 5 minutes a piece. Sometimes the boss can last a little longer, but like the game even like is timing you constantly with a lot of things. So there's like an arcadey nature to every mission that you can hop in and just kind of do. There's also like not quite side missions, but there's the different mission types you can do to kind of like grind out and like hunts and stuff, which is really cool. And but it all feels consolidated. It feels like you're in the hub. You don't have to run around the hub. You can just do what you need to do, get right back into a mission. And there's something about that I don't want every RPG to be like this, but I think there's room for it. When I play it, I'm just getting in, getting out, getting in, getting out. And I like it. It doesn't have the same depth of like the storytelling of like Wolcen and like the traveling across like, areas in fucking, Diablo or any of these kind of games. But because this game is so about like skills and gameplay and that arcadey nature, it almost complements, because of all those features, to just get in and get out like you're playing like a level or a mission in a beat 'em up, which is a weird thing. This game is such a weird amalgamation of so many other games that even when I've been saying this whole month that's an ARPG, it is. It's an action RPG, and it is isometric. It does have loot like Diablo, but it's different because it plays like a twin stick shooter, but also feels like a brawler, also feels like a MOBA, also feels like a hub-based MMO.
Yeah. It's kind of all over the place.
It is. And this is a game that I hope like within like a year or two they can like, because they've already come a long way. The game has already changed, so they're not unwilling to try and figure out what this game can be. And I think they're already on a really good path. But I want them to fine tune and define this game into something that makes me want to come play Pagan Online, because it already is different. Just make that different fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing it's missing. Because like you were saying, I'm not trying to poo-poo it. This game's on this list because I put it on there. I played. I was like, this is cool. It'd be cool to play with people, so we all talk about it. But again, I'm going to be nuanced about it, and like there is a lot of promise there. It's up to them to nail it or fail. So yeah, because like you look at the community, people seem to be happy with it. People say though the end game is just grinding for gear. There's not much to it. So
that's a lot of ARPG end games though.
Yeah, well it is, but like Wolcen has this whole fucking system of unlocks and features and stuff that you're unlocking, which I was very impressed with.
Path of Exile has a million different modes.
Path of Exile has a lot of shit to it. And this game needs something. Really, that's all it is. Pagan Online needs something.
Yeah. Good foundation. Now build on it.
Really good foundation. Yeah. Like it already carved out its originality. It just needs to fucking make that originality, that uniqueness, something that I need to play. So, Chris.
Get in there, Chris.
This is my first time playing this game. And from the comparison that Chevy was telling me, like when you guys originally played it, you got like 3 characters unlocked to begin with.
No, you got one of 3.
One of 3.
Yeah.
So my experience was I got to pick any of the characters, and go from there. And I picked the blind kid with the bear first because I'm like, oh yeah,
you had to pick any of the characters?
Any of them.
Wow, that changed in the time.
Yeah, see, and I had all 3 of the original characters unlocked when I came in this time.
That's how I did when they redid everything.
Yeah.
But they didn't allow me to pick any of the characters.
So I think because we bought the game early, that's a perk they gave us because he didn't have them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
well, because
I only got that one kid.
When they changed everything, I was like, "Did you seriously? Like, I worked to unlock those characters. You fucking took that from me." But they give you the first original 3 characters, whereas before you only got to pick one of the 3. So, and then they did give you a token, but I thought that was because
I earned my token.
Huh?
I'd earned my token, but yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. I didn't. I was given one, and I was able to pick one just like you. But I also had the 3 characters, so one of those things was given to me because of bullshit before. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, I picked the bear kid at first. And I was playing through the game just fine, but in contrast, I don't like how short the levels are. I was going into this expecting something more. I put a lot of time into Diablo and all Diablo 1, 2, and 3, all of them. So I was kind of expecting something more along the lines of that, where I can, go out and explore the map and do the mission stories through the map that way, and then come back to the hub when I need to.
Mm-hmm.
This is very much like go in, get it done, get out. Which is fine for the most part, but it just feels very much like it's a mobile game that has been converted into a computer game. Like even like the systems within like the town where you click the menus, you just click the little things to access the shop and the pick the the quests and the maps and things like that. It's very reminiscent of like a mobile game setup that has converted last minute into being a PC game. And then having to earn all of the characters is all right, but it's still like each character is so unique and varied that I wanted to try them all out like in an actual setting, not the weird little like trial room where you're just like a god. But that being said, some of the characters don't feel like they're while they're unique in their identity and how they look and how they play, they don't feel like they're all well thought out. There's not a lot of like cohesion with a lot of the characters' moves. Like the one blood chick that you said looked like she's from like I'm spacing on the name.
Hair with a whip.
The girl with the whip, yeah. She feels very cohesive, and like her moves use her health, and then killing enemies gives health, and it gives the orbs back, and there's like this nice like knitted together, thought out idea of how her character is supposed to play. Whereas like the bear kid who I was really interested in playing, he just feels like the kid feels like he's not even supposed to be there. Like the bear is the character that you can't even control.
No, I agree.
You're just kind
with
of there to support him.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I think that's an interesting take, though. But yeah, I agree. When I was playing, I was like, so he's doing everything? I'm just kind of like trying not to get killed while the bear's fighting everything.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you
the
were
bear
a little
trainer.
boy with a bear in battle, I feel like it'd kind of be like that anyway.
Yeah, I got
I'm just a little boy in a fucking green tunic. Fight the bear.
I would say it's kind of like a Puppet Master in Final Fantasy 11. The puppet does all the fighting. So
When
Yeah,
get,
I mean, you don't even get to
teleport
control, like,
into a
unless you
ship.
unlock a move, you don't get to control the bear. The bear just does its own thing. Fights whatever it wants to fight. The one character that I actually enjoyed playing the most was probably the character I was least likely to play. I think it's Eastok. The two-headed mace guy with this lightning shield.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically a tank. He's got a move that puts a shield around him and his allies, and then he taunts everybody. And the only reason I think I enjoyed playing it the most was the impact factor. When I hit enemies, they literally went flying across the screen. It was very yeah. But it still feels hollow overall. I'm not interested in the story. I listened to it. It's you're saving the gods who've gone missing from the pantheon. That okay, cool, whatever. I don't give a shit.
every time you need a
The
friend,
story
you
missions,
have to kill him.
Yeah. The missions are so short, and you revisit the same map over and over again for different missions because you're trying to complete the story through that map. It feels like, why did you even make me leave in the first place? Just let me finish out the story in this one map. Stop sending me back 4 times to the same area to finish the story here. Just let me get in and get it done.
Yeah.
It's just like you said, there's a lot of potential there, but it just feels very much to me like they were trying to make a mobile game to make some money off of it, and then last minute we're like, well, let's make this a PC game.
Yeah. The only thing about the mobile thing is, first off, those graphics wouldn't run. I mean, you could lower them on mobile just because the actual graphical effects that are happening there, but also the combat would be simplified majorly on mobile because you wouldn't be able to execute all those moves and dodge and move around and shit on mobile. I mean, like mobile games like that, ARPGs, I fucking hate them. They feel so fucking basic and simple. Otherwise, it does kind of like with what me and Shay were saying. It borrows a lot from a lot of genres that the hub itself, I could easily see them being influenced by mobile games, just in its, I don't know, fucking brief interaction aspect to it, I guess.
Well, it seems like everything in the game is designed to be quick. So that just is the philosophy, I think. So,
Everything feels like that's the philosophy behind it, even though and like what Chris was saying, stay on the map, keep going. But every time you go to that map, you're fighting different bosses at the end. You're fighting the goons before the boss. That's why I say it feels like fucking Streets of Rage to me. And you can always depend that you're going to be done with that mission in less than 10 minutes, which would break their philosophy, unless that's on accident, which doesn't feel like it, if they did let you stay there longer. Even though as a design standpoint for storytelling, it does make more sense. I do think it's so weird that the story feels, and it's all there. It feels like one of the weakest points in the game because I don't care. And yeah, everything is the gods. I'm like, I don't care, dude. I don't give a fuck about the gods. Make them interesting, like God of War.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
that game's phenomenal.
because almost any game that like the story's just around like the gods or a god or the old gods or whatever, that's never like that interesting to me because it's such a vague idea, storytelling element that I'm like, that doesn't mean anything to me though. So like, what's the story? Like, what the fuck is happening with me? What do I need to do? Who's the actors in play? Not is there value to this world that I haven't invested myself into yet?
Yeah.
Another problem I have is just a personal thing. It's just I like cosmetics in games. I like to see my character look different for various reasons. The only thing that changes outside of buying like a skin for your character or color variations of that skin for your character is your weapon. And the gear you get is just like necklaces and trinkets and books and stuff like that.
Fucking 20 of them.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating. But
Pretty close though. It gives you a lot.
God.
It does give you a lot.
I go through like every book. I'm just like, look at the stats, like book 1, book 2, a little better than that book 4. Book 6 is looking, it's pretty close to book 8, but
It reminds me of oh shoot, what MMO was that? There was an MMO where I think it's Blade and Soul. It is. Where you got tokens and those were your equipments for stats, but then armor was purely cosmetic.
Yeah, I think so.
It feels like that, except for there's no cosmetic thing other than buying a skin. Yeah.
Yeah, and the skins have been around for a while now, and I always kind of assumed they'd just be adding more, but it doesn't seem like they're really jumping the gun on
There's
that.
4 skins, and each skin has like 8 color variations of like various shades of color, but it just, personally, it's not enough. Like every ARPG I've played, like you get a piece of gear and it changes how that looks on your character. Like that's every ARPG I've enjoyed is like that. You know, you get a helmet, it changes the way your helmet looks on your character. This, I'm just getting gear and it doesn't feel like I'm making any progress because I'm not seeing the change. The numbers are changing. I'm killing things at the same pace I feel like as I've been doing. It doesn't feel like there's any great leaps.
That is something I feel like too.
I say that aligns with what we both said earlier. Is like the gear progression's weird. There's no jumping. So
I mean, with everything all three of us have said here, and it seems like you've viewed it a little more strongly than we have in certain things, which is great because I don't even disagree with you. I just, I'm willing to look past some of this shit. Really, it just seems like this game lacks definition of what it is. It's got a cool idea, but it doesn't have the skins you want. Like I'm not the biggest fan of skins either. It's one of the reasons why Overwatch doesn't do it for me. And although Overwatch has been out longer, has more skins, the idea of just wearing somebody else's design of clothes for me isn't exciting for me. Same thing with this. You got 4 skins a piece that got color variations. That's enough for me for right now if we're only doing skins, because skins don't fucking excite me. So if we're going to do that in any game, I don't really care because that never does it for me. I would prefer to be able to, design my own character the way they look or whatever. It'd be cool if it was that character, but then like the armor does change your hat and all the stuff. It'd be even crazier, be ambitious to do it, but it'd be cool if every character had their own fucking, like all their gear makes their character look different.
this is what chainmail looks like on me. This is what it looks like on
Yeah.
you. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, to maintain that character's unique style.
For sure.
That would be cool. That'd be
That
a lot
is
of work.
A lot of work.
That'd be a lot of work, but it'd be fucking cool. But yeah, no, I mean, I feel that. And then, though I like combat, some of the things feel like it's missing. The hub, I don't love or hate it. I appreciate that it's streamlined and I can just do what the fuck I need to do. But there's nothing about it that makes me want to go explore the hub. I don't want to go talk to the characters. So yeah, I mean, I feel that. Yeah. Do you have other things?
I probably could keep complaining, to be honest.
What else do you got?
This is normal.
Just
Well, you said he complains when he plays Final Fantasy 14.
He complains when he's having fun.
Oh, I hate having fun.
I don't know. The
He's
NPCs
complaining
in
to
town
Conan.
just
He
don't,
wants to play that.
Yeah, the whole
they
time he's
even
playing.
need to be there.
I'm sorry. What?
You're fine. You're fine. The NPCs in town don't even feel like they need to be there.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the blacksmith lady. Like, the whole, like, the backstory of how they get there, I find hilarious. They can't just go there. They have to die. Those NPCs have to die in the real world before they can come help you. But the blacksmith, she's there, and the only way she can blacksmith for you is if you find this mystical box. And the box does all the fucking work. She just stands there. She's not a blacksmith. She's not even a vendor. She's just present.
She has to observe. She has to babysit the box. Like watcher of the
You've
box.
had jobs. Some people just have to manage.
That's true. That's what you did in fucking Farm Simulator. Make sure to go watch Plus Club. You managed the box being me in the fucking tractor.
But she doesn't even do that. She's just present. She doesn't even, like, I don't know. You don't even
She
get
won't
out
even
of
make eye contact with the box. She's just in proximity of
It's
it.
beneath her.
I don't know. The character, like I said, the NPCs are there. They provide little tidbits of story along the way, and then they're just useless after that.
Let's do this. What are 3 things for all of us that you'd like to see this game implement in it to make it better? More impact in combat for every character. That's one for me. I'd like to see loot be more meaningful, whether that is stat-wise or visually. I would like the characters to look different armor-wise, but if you don't want to do that, add more skins. And they will eventually, I hope, but add more skins. Outside of that, I can deal with how it is. There's a bunch of things that got to improve, but those 3 things I think would make the game more interesting for me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna just mimic what you said because the only other gameplay aspect really there I actually do like, which is that it does have multiple mission types and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they did a really good job in that regard. Plus, I think they have an interesting system of having like there's story missions, and then there's bounty missions, and there's assassination missions, and I kind of like that. But it's the same thing I like about all ARPGs when they give you other ways to play.
Yeah, no, I
like
agree.
Path of Exile, you get to go, spelunking down a mine, or you get to go create islands that you hop between, and I mean, like, it's just more ways to play, and I like that. So yeah, I think really, and I kind of said it earlier, I don't really know what they can do to fix it, or not fix it, but make it more, make me want to play it more, I guess, is what
I'm just weary of trying to, and they need to do it because it needs something, but I don't want to lose what it has that's interesting about it right now.
Yeah.
To make it into another RPG, because we're at this point right now where I've played a couple modern ARPGs that if you're not making a game like that right now, I'm not too interested in playing it.
Yeah.
They're getting there's a way to make them, and they're evolving in a way that's really fucking good, and I think Pagan needs to stay original.
What is it?
Because otherwise it's gonna be left behind. I played
100%.
fucking Chaos Bane. It's fine. It's fine. It's a good ARPG. It plays like all the other ones. Plays like Diablo 3. Then I play Wolcen. I play fucking Path of Exile, and I'm like, these are way fucking better.
Yeah.
Because they do all things your game does, but more. And then with Pagan Online, I'm like, okay, your angle is you're different. You're like the weird kid, but you got to be interesting.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of a weird genre anyways, because a lot of those games are easy to go back and play too. So
Yeah.
it does have to be different.
Yeah.
When you make those kind of games, because I could still go back and play, I don't know, as an example, like Titan Quest. Or
I could easily play Titan Quest.
or Torchlight 2. I could easily
Grim
re-roll
Dawn.
a character, start over, and start that game over.
Yeah.
It's been long enough at this point.
Yep.
Those games are just good for that. So
I think I'm done with Diablo 3 forever, though.
I am done with Diablo 3. I honestly, I said Titan Quest. I don't think I could actually play Titan Quest again.
Dude,
But-
they've added 2 full expansions.
Sure, I
You can
didn't even beat the base game.
You can start at the beginning of the expansions and go visit Ragnarok and fucking all sorts of weird shit.
I'm sure if I actually sat down and started playing it, I'd be having fun. But yeah, there's just a point, where you're away from it long enough, you can come back and play it. With a few exceptions, like we said, Diablo 3. I also can't play Borderlands 2 anymore. I'm just done. So.
I played Borderlands 3. It was fun. Story fucking sucked. I'm glad people are finally agreeing on that. I was ahead of the game on that. And some people, obviously, I've talked to agreed with me. And some people are like, I don't think it was so bad. But like, I was looking at comments on Borderlands 3 recently, and people were first off bitching that it came to Steam recently, because it took forever. But also people are like, I was watching some video, and someone had to do with the writing of it, and they're like, so that's what happened to Borderlands 3's story. I was like, oh, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. And I was looking, and there's all these people going like, yeah, fuck that story. I'm like, whew, okay. Anyway, we were talking about Pagan Online.
Yes.
Forgot.
What
Chris,
would you add?
3
Chris?
things.
I would say you can keep your identity of having short missions, but give me the option to stay on the map and continue where I'm going. Continue on from there.
Hey,
Like a continue
just play
button?
the next chapter. Just keep going.
Like go back to town now or keep going. Give me that option.
Okay.
Give me a reason to want to go back to town other than to vendor my junk. Like, give me an actual reason to be there, or because the blacksmithing is bullshit. The fucking talent tree there is bullshit. Picking extra missions is the only reason. Like side missions is the only reason I had to go back to town.
Well, if they really want to streamline it, they could just have a little menu between missions that lets you do all that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then the hub would just be for the social stuff. Like, hey,
Or just get rid of the hub.
come get your buddy.
Just continue
to
the
join ya.
story mission by mission, and in between missions, you can switch out your shit and sell shit.
And then I think the only other thing I would say would maybe add more skills to the characters, because they're all very much cut and paste. Like, this is how this character plays, and only this way. And you're locked. If you pick that character early on, you liked how they play early on, and then later you get all these skills and they can change the way it plays completely. You don't want to play it anymore. You have to work to unlock a new character. So
Yeah.
give me an option to have a variety of skills for one character.
I kind of like the simplicity of the skills, because it's kind of interesting that they want it to be skill based. I would like to see them add more. Like, I would never say no to that, but I also wouldn't want to see them make some robust skill system like Wilson or Path of Exile, just because this game is trying not to be that. But if you are going to go that route, like I keep saying with everything, if you're gonna commit, you got to make the loot good.
Yeah.
Because I want something like I'm working towards. Like, the skills are cool. I'm glad my guys get more powerful, but then, like you said, and I agree, every mission, you always feel like you're kind of always at the same level. Like, everything you're fighting always feels kind of like the same fight no matter what. You never feel like you're getting more and more powerful. But this game is, like I said, more arcadey in the sense of, like, can you beat the level? That's the challenge versus beat it to level and get cool stuff. It's like, do you have the gear to be beating this level yet? It's a weird system. It's Can you beat it?
Yeah.
Did you beat the boss? Did it beat you? If it didn't, you better go grind for better gear. So that's one thing that going into this I knew was going to be at least something talked about, is that this game really deviates from all the things you expect from an RPG, and that's definitely gonna change. Literally on Steam in the reviews when I bought it, which was a while back, fucking there are people going like, if you're expecting this, and this, don't buy this.
Yeah.
It's not that game. If you're open-minded and you want to try, not to say people who don't like this or have their complaints, we all do, aren't open-minded, but this is their review anyway. They were saying, like, if you want to try something new and different, and if you like, skill-based, twin-stick combat, essentially, give it a try. And I was like, oh, it's interesting, and that's why I played it. I do find it interesting, but it will throw people off if they're not expecting what this game is, because it is not the same.
To comment on your third item, And though I would agree that'd be nice, I feel the philosophy with the heroes essentially is that it is a hero system like MOBAs, and that they're not going to deviate too much from what the design is on them. So I wouldn't expect crazy skill trees.
I'd like to see, though, maintain the same skills you got. Maybe later, like, add one more skill to that guy or whatever, or have one you can inter switch. Keep it still simple so you're like used to that character, but implement something new to be exciting. But to maybe allow you have this skill and now it goes into 2 different trees and you have to commit to one. And this will start making into like a slowdown AoE move, and this will start making it into like a fire move, maybe.
So you can have builds.
Yeah, but nothing too crazy. You're still using that skill the same way you pretty much be using it, but you can be different than someone else playing that and maybe offer, teamwork in a way. It's like, because I respect what they're trying to do, but it's not exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I want to be excited when I play a game. Not just go, I commend you, good sir, on trying this. That took balls. Is it fun? I don't know. It's fine. I commend you, though, man. Took balls to think and do that. Commit to it.
For sure.
I really think that if loot was more interesting, it would be a huge factor, though. I think it would change a lot if you were excited for loot. Because I'm never excited for it. I'm just like, I need to get better. I need my character to be cooler. And so I'm just shuffling through all the books. Which book is the best book? This one's pretty good.
Yeah,
That one's almost the same.
I kind of almost wish, and it would help them simplify the game, that they would just kind of get rid of that part of it. Get rid of the trinkets that you equip and stuff like that. Or at least...
You wear 2 necklaces, I think. He's got chains on it.
Get rid of the trinkets and the jewelry. Maybe make it like 2 rings or a ring and a necklace, like something simple. But then like put all that development effort into maybe like, here's a base weapon, and then instead of giving skill trees to your characters, give a skill tree to the weapon as well to work on. And so then now you have this another layer of leveling that can happen there.
That'd be interesting if they added a skill tree to weapons.
Yeah, and then
your person still got their skills, but now there's an element of surprise.
When they take those crafting materials they've already put in the game, they can use those as a resource to feed your weapon, and you can use that to like
feed me,
change it, and then maybe it changes its appearance as it turns into certain things. So, just a random thought to make the game more interactive, I guess. So.
Here's a 4th thing Chris wants. Chris wants the blacksmith lady to actually interact with the blacksmithing.
At least look at the box. Look at the fucking box.
At least make eye contact with it when you show up. She looks at you and she looks at the box. She looks at you, looks at the box. She's like, looking for some blacksmithing? Like, yeah, are you going to do it? Yeah, I'm involved. And then she has a little like fucking switch. She just goes, and then it happens.
She just fucking hits the box.
Bam! Not even that. She just hits beep, pushes a button. And be like, oh, I could have done that. She's like, no. I was certified to do that. Do you have a card? No.
I
have a
died
card.
to be here to do this, all right? You can let me fucking do it.
What's the little...
You didn't go through training for that. I did.
Boxes they have in Star Trek that every room has, and if you need something, you just push a button and it materializes there.
Replicators?
Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's a replicator. She just pushes the button, it creates things.
It's quite impressive. Now I'm thinking about she's doing that without even touching the box at all. She's doing it with her brain. That's almost even better.
She got that fucking...
And she doesn't even mention it.
That Tesla
That's how good she
SpaceX
is.
chip in her fucking head doing it.
That'd be wild. We're giving you all sorts of ideas. Pagan Online, take them. These are free. Just mention the channel. That's all I ask. Should we jump into recommendations? I think it's a good conversation because it's I mean, I picked the game and I like it, but at the same time, obviously, we're pretty much all on the same page. Just Chris a little less ready to deal with the bullshit.
Well, I say
it's like my kid's here. He's making a lot of noise, and I'm used to it, so I'm just like ignoring it. But Chris is like, does he always act like that? Yeah, he's just fucking doing that. His thing. That's his thing. He's banging pots around. Yeah, he fucking does that. Like that's pretty much what's happening with this game. The game's just like, I'm fun.
Negligent.
Chris is like, I don't know if I think it's fun. I'm like, yeah, it's fun. Just don't worry about it. Just play it. Shut up. It's a fun game. It looks nice. You push buttons, things die. There's loot. We love loot. Look at the skill trees. You get to unlock things. We're not selling this game. Pagan Online's not going to pay us. What was that?
Oh, just a worn down, beaten out parent.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fine,
Pagan
just
Online
leave
makes
him
me feel
be.
like just a fucking... Parents just like, fucking, oh, God, I need a cigarette. 30 years ago, I used to smoke, and I'm just ready to start anytime. Let's jump into recommendations.
Okay.
I think if you like ARPGs, you should check it out. Just be warned, it might not be what you're looking for. Look into it first, watch some videos. Listen up what we've said to you, because we've just had an in-depth conversation on it. And if it sounds interesting to you, if you're willing to try something like that, it is an ARPG. It's just not. Also, like, it's very much its own thing. If you like brawlers and beat 'em ups, this game, though it plays kind of like a twin-stick MOBA ARPG, its mission structure is similar to a brawler. That's something I really feel like when I'm playing it. You go through sections, you fight people, you go to another section, fight people, and then you fight a boss. And then there's loot. So it's kind of like that. If you like cooperative games with loot, I would recommend it. None of these recommendations are hard recommendations. I'm just saying check it out. Look into it. Because I have to be careful with that, because this isn't a game that I would just tell anybody to go play, but I do think people should play it. The only hard recommendation I could really give you is if you're somebody looking for something interesting and different in the genre, check this out, because it is. It's completely different, and there is a cool game there. I just think that the future will tell on whether it mattered or not, because the quality's there. Let's see. If you like action games with leveling and stuff, I would recommend it. If you like Gauntlet, I would recommend it. Kind of reminds me of Gauntlet Legends, or any of the Gauntlet games.
But your character's not going to yell for food, though.
That's true. That is true.
Red Knight.
Red Mage needs food badly.
No, that's not going to happen in this game.
If you like MOBAs, kind of.
Loosely,
because it's not a MOBA, and you're not playing against other people.
There's no lanes.
But if you like the idea of having characters, yeah, there's no lanes. Thank God. No lane for people to be yelling at me about. I just started playing the game and be like, what the fuck are you doing? I just got here. Why are you in training? Why are you yelling at me here?
Get back down to the bottom lane, you trash.
They're bitching at me about what lane I'm in. Like, why are you here? I'm like, why are you fucking here, dude? This is training. Go to the fucking elite section. You're not good enough to be here? I'm the best in training. Get out of here. Fucking live your life, dude. Jesus. Just fucking living in the purgatory of fucking training. Sore spot. Fuck. People in those games are hardcore in the training sections. But if you like playing like a hero that has their own specific skills, this game it takes after that. Even in games like Overwatch, even though it's not like Overwatch, it has a similar system to it. So if any of those things sound interesting, any of those ideas, because it doesn't commit to anything, check it out.
If you don't have a lot of time to commit to a game, you can definitely sit down and get bite-sized
while
bits of this
your
game.
Kids over in the corner, old dirties over there, just
Slamming cans around, pissing off Chris.
Mom, Dad, Mom, and you're just like sitting there like, oh, I just need to play a game for a second. I know I'm not gonna have time though, because he's gonna fucking jump through the window. I'm
That pot's gonna become a knife, and then I have to be a parent again.
So you play that game. You're like, okay, it's only five minutes. I'm just gonna play it, and then you're fucking. And then your kid's like, what game's that? And then you're sitting there like, oh, don't even worry about that game. It's just like double trouble. It's your kid and that fucking game. You're just like, oh, everything's fine. I'm not selling this game. Probably like, why'd they play this? They're going to need therapy after that game. Recommendations?
You guys have, I think, covered it already.
Racing games.
No.
What?
Puzzle games. Figure out what the fuck you're doing in your life. Figure that puzzle out.
If you like Flight Simulator, play something else.
It's true. Very good recommendation. Here's a recommendation. Play Hunt Showdown on PS4, Xbox, and PC. Just do it. Wade was like, I was thinking about playing that. I'm like, don't ask me. I'm just going to tell you to do it. I'm not going to give you detailed reasons. Just buy it. I love it. Grades. Chris, I'm dying to know your grade. Set the pace.
You know, I almost hated it, so A. No.
Yeah, it's got a lot of weak spots, so I'm going to give it an A-. It's a strong A minus, but it's low.
Actually, I'm going to give it a C minus.
Fair.
It's a playable game. You can play it. It's not what I was expecting it to be, and that's on my own part, but it feels very lacking in most of everything altogether. It just feels like it's missing half of the game.
Everything. I'm going to give it this. I think everything in that game is at 75%.
Yeah.
Sure.
Everything's almost something, but it's all at 75%.
It's almost there. It's almost a playable game. I mean, you can play it. It's there. It's just
Baking that cake,
weird.
but it's still doughy.
Yeah.
Yeah, will you eat it? That's up to you. Some people will.
I got no problem being a fatty.
I've undercooked a pizza before that was just slightly kind of doughy, and I was drunk, and I was like, fuck it. I'm not cooking this any longer.
Those are alcohol thoughts, too. That doesn't count.
Well, yeah, I've done a lot of things while drunk, so.
You can play it. It is completely playable, but it's not. There's no hook to it. It's not completely memorable.
See, he sounds depressed. There's no hook.
And he's staring down while saying it. Jesus.
Just need to turn this black and white, some sad music.
Someone give this guy something happy.
You can play. He's almost like a sailor on a ship. Just lost somebody on the going out crabbing. Fucking lost Billy to a hook. Scary. So C minus. I think it's fair. I'm gonna give this. I'm juggling here. I was gonna give it a specific grade, but I'm actually gonna go down a little bit after this discussion. I'm gonna go B minus. And that does seem high, but I mean, I'm the one who recommended this game to put on the list. I think there's a lot of cool things here. It just doesn't hit it perfectly. I wanted to give it a B, but it has so many small weaknesses that it becomes a medium-sized weakness overall in the game. And it does hinder me from loving it. So I almost feel like B is almost really high, but I can't give it a C because I think it's a little better than like passing, because it does things that somebody had to go, we're going to try something different. And I'm like, that's fucking cool. That's why you have my money. Hopefully, I can love this game at some point, but I don't feel bad in investing in it just because they tried something, right? If it doesn't pan out something great, I'll be more hesitant to buy a game from them again. That's my mindset. I gave them this one leap of faith. So I think B minus is fair. It's a light B minus, but I admire the game even if I don't fucking love it. So
yeah, I'm kind of right between you guys. So I enjoy playing it when I'm playing it, and I do think there's some neat ideas, specifically in the way they do handle missions, where there are the multiple types, and you kind of pick and choose what you want to do when you want to do it. But as it's been emphasized for over an hour now, it's just missing stuff. Like
this whole episode is us going,
and
it's fine.
I'm not the right guy to tell you how to fix it. But I do think you have a good foundation there. So C+. It is a working game on its way to being a good game.
Hopefully.
So yeah, hopefully.
If they do it, yeah. So if they don't, it's a missed opportunity because they already got it. They're ready. They're ready to make an awesome game. And they have already shown that they will change the whole fucking game.
For sure.
So,
and that's admirable. So
yeah. What's up?
Just the whole ratings we gave, comparing the game to like a loud, noisy child. That it's Seth's child, and he's there, but he loves the child.
That's why you got the B minus.
And then Chevy's the uncle of the child, who's like, it's my nephew or my niece. I gotta love the child, but they're kind of a pain in the ass. And I'm the stranger, like, what the fuck's wrong with your kid?
Yeah, you're just over there like,
over here.
That fucking kid drives me crazy. He's a kid, so I can't be too harsh. But Jesus Christ,
exactly.
I think you're being really nice. Although I guess if it was your kid, it would be a little different. But I'll say I'm not really into children at all.
That's a good thing. FBI. Let us know in the comments. Have you played Pagan Online? Have you not played it? What'd you think of it? Have you heard of it? Have you looked into it? Have you not heard of it at all? This game, is kind of not quite obscure, but it's not everywhere. People aren't talking about it all over the fucking place. Although there's a community for it. Does it sound interesting? Does it not sound interesting? If you have played it, what'd you think of it? What are things about it you like? What are things, unless you fucking love it, tell me why. And if there's things later in the game that you're like, dude, you're not even fucking far enough. The game gets amazing. Let me know.
For sure.
So I can love my kid, goddammit. And yeah, let us know everything you're thinking about when it comes to Pagan Online and what are some things you'd like them to add to the game to make that game just fucking hit right. But that's going to do it for this episode of Game of the Month. We're going to be playing Divinity Original Sin 2 in June, which is awesome. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's get it for this episode. Game of the Month. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. I have to slow down. At Tasty Loot Gaming. Check out our streams, links down below. Check out our Discord, link down below as well. You can talk to us anytime, all the time. And we're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms on working links. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
Until Tasty Tuesday, have a good some time and take it easy, guys. I was like, is it the weekend or is it Monday?
I don't know.
I don't know what day it is.
3 days in a row filming though, so
Fucking A.